Alright, gaming has this weird habit of pretending certain games never existed. A game launches, people play it for a few months, maybe a year if it's lucky, and then one day it's gone. Servers shut down, communities disappear, developers move on, and eventually it feels like nobody even remembers it happened. Which is weird because not every dead game was bad, some were genuinely great. Some were ahead of their time, and some just got incredibly unlucky. But once a game dies, gaming kind of treats it like it never existed in the first place. And honestly, I think that's a shame, because some of these games deserved way better. So what's up guys, it's Secret. Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. If you end up enjoying the video, please make sure to leave a like, and let's get straight into the list. Number 1. Dead doesn't mean bad. I think the biggest misconception is that dead games must have been terrible, because if nobody played them, they obviously sucked, right? But not really. Take Titanfall, take Lawbreakers, take Evolve. These weren't broken messes. These were good games that simply never found enough players. Sometimes a game launches at the wrong time, and sometimes it launches next to a giant competitor, and sometimes people just aren't looking for that kind of game. The gaming industry can be brutal. You can make a genuinely good game and still fail. Imagine spending 5 years making your dream game only for people to move on after 3 months. Like, I don't know, I'm not a game developer. I've tried, but I gave up. But that has to hurt. And honestly, I think we forget how many talented developers worked on games that nobody remembers anymore. Number 2, everyone chased the same trend. And this is probably the biggest killer of multiplayer games. The industry sees one successful game and suddenly everybody wants their own version. Fortnite explodes, everyone makes battle royales. Overwatch explodes, everyone makes hero shooters. Escape from Tarkov gets popular, suddenly extraction shooters are everywhere. The problem is that players don't want 10 versions of the same game. People pick 1, maybe 2, and everybody else fights over the leftovers. Hyperscape, Concord, Spellbreak, Knockout City. Some of these games never really had a chance because they weren't competing against bad games. They were competing against giants. Number 3, games don't die, communities do. And honestly, I think this is the saddest part, because multiplayer games don't survive because of graphics or mechanics or battle passes. They survive because people care, because your friends are online, because servers are full, because communities exist. The moment those communities disappear, the game changes instantly. You can feel it. Maybe you've experienced this before. You come back to a game you loved years ago, you launch it, you join a server, and suddenly the world feels empty. The maps are still there, the gameplay is still there, but something feels missing, because it was never really about the game. It was about the people inside it. Think about your old Rust group, think about some old Minecraft servers, or some friends you used to play CSGO with, or an old Discord group. I remember I had one in 2020. That shit was so good. Number 4, some games die twice. The first death happens when players leave, and the second death happens when people stop talking about them. And honestly, that's the one that hurts more, because eventually new players don't even know these games existed. Nobody remembers Lawbreakers. Nobody remembers Dirty Bomb, even though I personally used to love that back in the day when I was like young. Nobody remembers Battleborn. The internet moves on incredibly fast. A game can go from being everywhere to being completely forgotten in just a few years. And maybe that's the weirdest part about gaming. Movies don't disappear, books don't disappear, music doesn't disappear, but games can. Entire communities, entire experiences just gone. And last but not least, number 5, the last day. This is the part that always gets me, because some games get a final day, a final weekend, or a final event. Take a look at Destiny 2. Thousands of players log in one last time knowing it's over. The last match, the last round, the last time hearing the menu music. Imagine if Rust announced tomorrow that the servers were shutting down forever. The final wipe, the final raid, the final base. That's such a strange thing to think about, because one day every online game reaches that moment, and maybe that's what makes these games special in the first place, because they aren't permanent. They exist for a while. People make memories, and eventually they become stories. And maybe that's why I think dead games are so interesting, because Games are one of the only forms of media that can truly disappear. Not from hard drives, not from YouTube videos, but from the world itself. No more matches, no more updates, no more new memories, just stories. And maybe that's why people become so attached to them. Because unlike movies or books, games happen with people, with friends, with communities, with moments that only existed because you happened to be there. So instead of asking what your favorite dead game is, I want to ask something else. What's the game you wish you could visit one more time? Not forever, just one evening, one server, one match, one final session with the people you used to play with. Honestly, I think I'd stay there for a little longer than I should. And if you somehow made it this far into me getting emotional over games that shut down, maybe consider subscribing. Apparently, we're doing this every week now. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one, and I wish y'all a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.